Scarlett Prynne blinked as she stepped out into the sunlight in Austin, Texas. She hadn't realized they'd spent so much time lingering over breakfast. At her side, her magical companion Runeclaw also blinked as his eyes narrowed in response to the brilliant morning. She complained, "Almost headache-inducing." He replied, "Not as much as being back at this hotel." "Oh, please, it was fine. Just had to come back in search of ghosts, didn't you? Couldn't resist one more try." Scarlett shrugged as she slipped a hand into an inner pocket of her leather jacket to grab her sunglasses. "We had a free day." He swatted her leg with a paw. "And we wasted it here, instead of doing something fun, useful, or both." "I admit it is unfortunate that we didn't see any ghosts, not even the ones we saw before, but I wouldn't call it a waste." "Clearly you and I have different definitions of both unfortunate and waste." Scarlett slipped on the sunglasses and looked around. Her motorcycle, Dusk Runner, was parked a dozen feet away. It gleamed in chrome and black, its surface covered in arcane symbols that Maddox, the leader of the spell riders, had etched for her. The bike's magical defenses were still active, and it appeared they had been sufficient to keep anyone from bothering her precious vehicle. She frowned as a pair of men in leather jackets on motorcycles turned their heads toward her as they rode by. The expression deepened at the sight of a man standing at the corner in mirrored sunglasses. His head had turned in her direction as well. She activated the communication earpiece nestled invisibly in her ear. "Amber, are you there?" The Witches on Wheels infomancer replied after a second. "Almost. Just bringing a cup of coffee back to my computer. What do you need?" Scarlett pictured the woman sitting in front of her computer rig at the warehouse with a fond smile. She and Amber had become friends during the adventures they'd shared. "Some people around here look a little off. Can you run some facial recognition for me?" "Of course." A window appeared in Scarlett's glasses, which were much higher tech than they appeared, and an array of images flashed by as the man she'd seen was tested against pictures in the database. It took only a handful of seconds for a match to appear. Amber said, "Ex-military, honorable discharge, now working for a defense contractor." Scarlett asked, "A legitimate one?" "Doubtful. Look around the area some more." As Scarlett complied, the infomancer grabbed pictures of people's faces and repeated the scan through the database. Another and another. "Mercenaries, I'm thinking." Runeclaw muttered, "Just had to come back, didn't you?" Scarlett replied, "Maybe it's unrelated to us." The cat countered, "If you believe that, you're more of an idiot than I already think you are." Scarlett walked toward Dusk Runner. "One way to find out for sure." Amber asked, "What's that?" "Capture one and have a chat with him.